It's clean, huh? Let's pull up. Can I use the iPhone? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Good afternoon, everyone. We're here at what, episode 15? 15. 1-5. My name is Ian Turnbull. I'm here with a few good men and a few. One good woman. One good woman.
Well, just one lady in general.
Yeah, one lady in general, yeah. I'm here with Akil, Jamelia, right?
Yes, you got it.
I want to make sure I say this name correct. But I call her Jam. Jam is what I call her. Yeah, I get it.
You don't like jams?
It's mine. It's mine.
He
don't like that.
And I'm here with Pete.
He don't like that, man. Don't
be calling no Jam.
I'm not even her confirm she likes it or not. Yeah.
So let's
on the territory around here.
How was the weekend for you guys? Let's talk about that. Let's get that out of the way a little bit. And then we'll get into the first topic, which I think I'm gonna shuffle this up a little bit. Save the territory will be the first topic, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, how was your weekend?
Great weekend. What did I do on Saturday? I had to work. Saturday. Jumped in a boat, went over to I Love City Rising, Norman K. Sunday.
That wasn't work. Oh, that was Sunday.
Yeah. Shout out to BDJ. Jeff, thank you for the ride. That was fun. So picking up off on Sunday. But yeah, that's about it.
We get no call.
Okay.
Right?
We Wunnin did not get a call.
Did not get no
You
call.
guys see my group message? I probably didn't have the signal. I apologize.
Well, our audio needs to turn up a little bit as it's being mentioned. Let me know if our mic sounds nice. Give us a thumbs up if it is. Give us a thumbs down if it's not. Let us know. But pretty much, yeah, the weekend looked like it was good. Love City Live looked like it kicked off pretty well. I saw a lot of people in the videos that I saw. About 800 people.
And please share the show. Share
Share the love.
Share the love.
Yeah. I see Joe Clark just gave a shout out. So let's just jump into it. State of the territory, man. That was it was interesting.
Yes.
It was interesting. It pretty much there was a lot of good information that was given. And I think
it's one of the things that I liked about the state of the territory is Governor Bryant's brutal honesty. And I don't think he held any punches, on waste management, on WAPA, on the hospitals, on the freighters that we have to drive through every day, and the large amount of debt that we have, and the fact that we're so indebted and we can't even, the bond market situation, and the $450 million, and all these things. It kind of opened up my eyes,
Well, go ahead, I'll let you go, Jack.
Yeah, just to touch on in terms of the waste management, I feel like they need to really tighten up on what they're doing, because we have to remember that we strive off of tourism. And just a couple weekends ago, a group of other young ladies and I, we were out in Emancipation Garden doing some charity, some giving back to the community. And the amount of cash that we saw over there, it was just a little ridiculous.
Don't get killed by her.
Don't get that. I love you behind.
A good thing the young ladies and I are so well connected. We were able to, within that short time of time we were there, we were able to contact somebody, and it was rectified by the time we left. So
we have a humongous trash problem.
We do.
It's not even hidden.
Deep dive.
It's not even hidden. It's like,
I'm sorry, guys, that I opened Pandora's box here.
It's on some of the most beautiful beaches. It's going up the hills. It's going down the hills.
Right.
It's in government, like it's on the legislature. In front. It's everywhere. It's literally.
Yeah. So as you can see, we have someone on our team who's passionate. Trash and as he should be. because
But waste
we're
management,
labeled as America's paradise.
But waste management has a very serious problem in terms of the schedule of picking up trash. I don't think that we understand the quantity and the amount of trash that we have. Like, we have certain schedules that date back 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but yet the territory is growing.
Right.
Trash, that means trash is growing. And we still have the same schedule. Like, I mean, like, a lot of our places need more frequent cleanups.
Right.
And, because I live in Savannah, and you see, all the trash is pile up and it's on its flowing, and kids are passing by, and it's just a waste complete overhaul. And then the
Do you think we need competition for waste management? Like, another, like, or like bring in like a firm to kind of help and assist with it?
They're not competing. If there was a fight, they have been on the mat for the past 10 rounds. I don't even know if they're fighting, but definitely something needs to change. Maybe we need to involve them. I don't know if the private sector needs to be involved more, because a lot of these trucking companies that you see now, they are making boatloads of cash, and which is further driving the government in debt. These guys are making $500,000 a year picking up trash.
More than that.
Oh no.
That's a conservative number.
No, that's someone who's
conservative.
That's someone who's not even really doing any work. But I know some of these guys out there who's making millions. More time.
Yeah, they're doing $500,000 again part-time.
Yeah, they're not doing
the side.
That's just with waste management, but you still have heavy materials, construction. So that's just half their bag. You know what I mean?
That's all they do. But for me, the state of the territory went a little bit this way. What I really enjoyed was the end of the state of the territory. There was two key things that I enjoyed most that came from the governor. He said, we're going to do something that's called Vision 2040. I've been kind of like saying this here, amongst my peers, that the Virgin Islands needs a vision plan, a vision board almost, kind of something that gives us like 10, 15, 20 years out perspective of the Virgin Islands. And the thing is that you would have to have had a governor who's let's say not selfish. You have to be a person who's not selfish, and you have to look at the broader Virgin Islands as like, okay, I'm gonna put this in place. I know I'm not gonna get to reap the benefit of it under my tutelage, but at least I'll be able to say, okay, I'm gonna pass the baton off to somebody. So that to me was the biggest thing of the whole state of the territory to me. That us as our generation, millennials, that's where we need to pay attention to, because he's basically saying, listen, I'm going to plan out in the future. You guys got to get yourselves ready. There's going to be opportunities. If you guys are not prepared, you guys will get left in the cold.
I think
go ahead.
It's easier said than done, because I joke around that he has a 4-year term.
Yeah.
I think we were actually joking around about this last night. He probably won't be able to start anything he wants to accomplish until about 2 years in.
Right.
And then technically, you'll have a year of work. Then that last year, he can't even get back in there. So you really can't accomplish that much really in a term. I understand you were saying the long-term goals.
Yeah.
Like, yes, there needs to be long-term goals for waste management. There needs to say, hey, this is what we need to accomplish. This is what we need to do for recycling. This is what we see how much people are living here. This is how much trash we're consuming daily. We need to figure out those numbers for, hey, where are we going to take this trash to, or gas consumption, different things like that, sure. But there's only so much you can accomplish.
Yeah,
but in that certain amount of time.
But again, it goes back to me saying you cannot be. If you're selfish, you're not going to look at you. If you're selfish, right, then you're going to say, what can I get accomplished under my legacy? Yeah. But if you're looking at it, from my good friend Roger Minkoff always said, you're looking at it from a macro as opposed to a micro. Yeah. If you're looking at it like that, then you're going to say, okay, all right, cool. I could put this. Even if he puts the vision in place, just the vision itself in place. Yeah. After let's I think it's going.
I agree. We also just need to create structure for these government agencies. We spend so much money and waste on leasing buildings from other people. Well, we own majority of the land here, but we lease and buildings from other people.
From everybody else.
Just giving money to, which is the most stupidest thing ever. You're just giving money away. But then again, let's go buy a shopping center. Screw it. You know what I'm saying? We'll keep the let's just make this investment now. Make sure we pay our insurance policies in case something happens with the storm. That we actually afford to fix it when it goes wrong. But it's just, I don't know, man. We got so much work to do.
We got a lot of work to do. And I think noticeably, I don't know if you guys saw it, I saw it was a little bit more gray. It looked like some more gray came in already.
He saw the
shout out to the
bank account.
But he's like, oh God, we got no money. We got no money up in here. We broke.
It's only gonna get worse. You remember what Obama looked like when he was
Exactly.
Obama looked so fresh.
He looked so fresh.
No wrinkles.
The governors here can't get any whiter than white.
What?
I don't think his hair can get any whiter.
Why? You bet. You want to make that bet right now, TV?
Over, under.
Make this bet
Over,
right
under.
now in life. Over, we taking handicaps and everything, right? But you know, again, like I said, you know, it was you know, at the end of the day, it was quite optimistic. You know, I've heard from some people that they wish that they heard more like solutions as opposed to more like vision. But you know, as much as I am a proponent of, if you say you could do the job, I don't want to hear nothing. You also have to be realistic. You don't know what he walked into that office and see. And that's just fact.
But he did give some, you know.
He did give some.
He said that one of the things that I like is that he wants to digitize a lot of the stuff.
The government,
so get you from having to go in and you know all that headache and stuff, and just be able to just sit at home and deal with what you got to deal with.
Right.
Which is, you know.
Which MAP kind of did as well for the Department of MAP did trademarks. Digitized,
all digitized.
As well as actually not licensing, but actually licensing is kind of digitized as well. It's been digitized. Also, LLCs. When you do your LLCs,
Your business, Lieutenant Governor's office.
Yeah, so that's all actually digitized.
And that's a big. That's
the
a
last
big,
quarter of actually.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, because how do you waste going in there and
I wanted to digitize the DMV, you know. I don't want
DMV is digitized, I would say.
Man.
I would say
That's
the only
nightmare.
thing, the biggest thing that you would want out of the DMV is to be able to get things online, to do it all online. If you
Everybody knows on this island, once you have to go to the DMV, that's a half a day.
actually my last few experiences.
It's not that bad. Now, if you're trying to sell a car to somebody and trying to transfer title and all of that, then yes, you're due.
That's a day.
That's 2 days. That's 2 days. You better call our secretary.
Okay.
Facts.
I had to register a car in January, and it was a positive experience. It went quickly, you know. I mean, it smelled like mold in there, man. I can't believe that there's employees working in there. It did. I was in and out about 10 minutes, and I was like, man, do I need to go see a healthcare professional or see the government? Because it would smell like straight mold, and there was employees working there with no mask.
We don't have any money, Pete.
We can see
I have no money.
There's going to be some lawsuits in about 10 years.
Half of the roof is gone, but they still.
It's still hey, come in and get your license, please. Please get it now.
The show must go on.
I got my vehicle registered in 10 minutes.
And got some mold. And got bronchitis in the same sentence. All right, let's jump into the next topic.
Let's do this.
So the next one that we have, I know that this guy, again, this is our shooter, man. Shoot. And I noticed that I spelled it wrong. Stop and frisk. It's stop and frisk. So yeah, so you know, we were looking at all the violence here in the community, and we were trying to come up with solutions on how to stop it. And we said, well, you know what? Here in the Montana, there really can't be. You can't even say that it's racist or like there's no like you know special treatment for people because everybody here is black. Even if you're white, you're black basically. You know, pretty much. You know, so the stop and right? So with the stop and frisk situation, it could work here. And again, I'm gonna let this lay on your lap. You told me about stop and frisk. You said, Ian, we should do stop and frisk. So for those people who don't know
let's
what,
clarify.
hold on.
Let's clarify, and then we have clarification. Jesus Christ.
I think it was me.
Oh well, then it was you.
It was me.
It was
I don't know.
me.
Did you say it as well?
One of y'all
Somebody
said
said
it.
one of y'all.
One
I
of
said
y'all
it.
said something
Okay,
about stop and
I
frisk.
said it. I said it.
And I was out here like, what? Y'all
Because
wildin'.
remember, New York used to do this back in the day.
Right.
This is probably the early 2000s.
Pete the shooter now.
This was Bloomberg actually. This was what happened?
Nothing, man. Let's just go. It's okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
But it was actually pretty racist because it was targeting African Americans, whatever it may be.
Everybody here is African American.
Correct.
Or
Correct.
African Caribbean.
Correct.
So
You got black people targeting black people.
There's no targeting here.
So exactly. So you can't complain about being racist. It's just gonna be taking guns off the street.
Exactly.
It's just gonna take drugs, guns, and whatever is out there.
What do you think, Jam? I mean, because you're a female living in a African Caribbean society, you know, so you're like super minority if they want to call it that, right?
No. In terms of because we're
She has a
small
military
community-
background. She can shoot guns. So
Are you backing right now?
Well, before not to
Stop
cut you off.
it,
So not to cut you off. Let's give a little bit of background on stop and frisk, because people probably hearing us saying that, and I know that you kind of mentioned it briefly, but let's dig into it. So back in whose era was it? Giuliani, right? He put this in place where they would basically run up on anybody in the street of color, of any ethnicity, really happened to anybody, you know. But you know, it probably happened more so to the minorities or whatever, and they would get basically, you know, you get yo, let me see your license, let me see your information, let me check you, so they could tag you and check you down without having any justified reason. And this happened in New York for a while. Since it happened, crime went down. It's a fact. It ain't a game. It went down.
Actually, I can't remember what happened actually. It was actually after 9/11. They actually used, I believe, some kind of terrorism.
Use the terrorism. Of course they're going to say that. You got a bomb.
It's kind of the same when they want to listen to your phone calls. Yeah, I think he might be a terrorist. Let's listen. It's basically their excuse to kind of use the
Patriot Act.
Yeah, right. To make the law work to actually get away with it. Yeah, I actually remember now.
So now that we've given everybody a full understanding of what it is, how do you feel about it?
Oh, actually, Whitney's actually saying it was actually before that. So. Okay, maybe I may be wrong. I apologize.
My question is, do you think it would be able to work here, though? We know we have a small society. Everybody knows everybody. Now the police officers know where illegal things are happening. Now, if you do a stop, what?
Don't talk like that about our police officers.
Everybody knows.
They're on the job every day, risking their lives.
So I don't know if it will truly work.
Okay, so here's my rebuttal. Here's my rebuttal to what you're saying, right? If one, you know where all the crime is, right? And they know where the crime is, right? And a lot of the people out here committing crime are probably related to people in law enforcement, right? Why wouldn't you? That right there is justification or reason as to why you could see that people are making a decision, a conscious decision to say, hey, maybe I'm not going to run down on it. So, and this is to now jump into a segue into something that Akil said. Hold on. This is something Akil said. Akil was saying, don't go as far as stop and frisk. Go as far as we're gonna post up in different areas on the island, right? We're gonna stop your cars and we're gonna search you, right? We're gonna search you. If we find a gun on you, you ain't gonna go to jail, right? We're gonna give you a chance. Okay. Was it something like that?
Something like that.
Explain.
I have
it's
no
like an amnesty.
recollection.
Now he got no recollection. Now he got no recollection.
What I said first. We're in a state of crisis, right?
That's what the governor said.
We're in a state of crisis. So I think like we've had 10 shootings in the past, in the first 20 days, so 4 murders or 5 murders or something like this, and then another 3 shootings. So I said when you're in a state of crisis, or it's like a war zone, you can't use the same tactics that you would use on a normal basis. Like you have to change up your strategy. And so I think that you should not break the civil laws, civil liberties of your citizens, but I think that you have to
You can't believe people, right?
play them as close as possible. Close as possible, you know, and so
Get out your car. I'm checking you.
and so I think that Carnival, you gotta shut it down. You gotta shut it down. And anybody who wants to come in Carnival, we should be searching you. Shutting off the roadway, you're getting searched because this is a public event, and you know we're under security, and so we're gonna.
So you said
if you want to keep your weapon and so on, don't come.
Don't come. Right.
Don't come. You know, that's your right, you know. So I just think that I wouldn't like to see police just riding around the poor areas in the Virgin Islands and just harassing poor people. But I would like to see at more, you know, more events and something like this. And you know that there are certain clubs where certain groups of us hang out.
That's the same thing as harassing them.
I didn't say anything. I said maybe just show up with a lot of police and just say, hey, we're here to keep the peace and make sure everybody gets home safe.
He's good.
So
Okay, I mean,
I think you just have to use new ways,
right.
you know, to address the crime.
Right.
Sorry.
Sorry. I mean, different tactics. And I like the tactic of leveraging Carnival because you know a lot of people are going to be out on the road. And so here's an opportunity for you to just jump in head first and get these people who might come out to want to start problems.
What Jamila said is the cops know us, we know the cops.
Yeah, so buy all the cops. Get new
You
ones.
need new cops.
Get new cops.
You need new cops.
We need
Same way.
honest cops because what I
We
see
need
is
cops.
when they actually have road stops in certain areas, once you jump on social media, hey, cops and so and so, I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? You're actually trying to do something and get something accomplished here. And y'all snitching on the cops so quickly.
I agree with you, but
Snitches get stitches.
for example, right? There's only two ways to get into Red Hook. So, you know, if you're serious about crime, then you have to, you know, strategy.
Because Red Hook have a crime problem.
I mean, you know,
There's a drug problem.
I was just
I don't know
about to
that's
say
a crime
there's a
problem.
drug.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
we caught a couple
everybody's
people with
zombied out.
Berettas out
Because
there.
everybody's zombied out.
It's a cocaine festival.
Oh,
Out there.
yeah.
Stop it, man.
Yeah.
Stop it. It's a Red Hook is a cocaine festival.
Capital of the Virgin Islands.
Cocaine festival. Okay? Stop it.
Yeah.
Cocaine festival.
So
Yo. Hey, where's Red Hook? You said it was pointing me in the direction. You said it was going. I was watching We Running. They said cocaine festival. I want to know where is that. I'm there.
But you know, so I think there are certain strategies that can be put in place. Why would you only have one stop? Why would you only have one cutoff? You know, if you're gonna do something on the waterfront and have a cutoff by Pearson Garden, then you'd also have to do one up on Skyline.
Up Four Corners, yeah.
You know, in some of these other areas. You
Bougie,
can't just, you know. So
I agree with that. I totally agree.
yeah.
All right, so let's get off of the stop and frisk. Because I was getting frisky. So Jamila, right? You're new to the gang, and
Getting tattoos?
yeah, we're gonna get tattoos. Where you gonna get it? You're gonna get the tramp stamp tattoo.
We running?
We running right now. We running on the black and crack.
No.
Funny, right? So let's jump into it. You posed this question. This was not a guy question. Open relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's do a deep dive on open relationships.
Let's go.
See, so one of our guests in store was like thumbs up, open relationship. Yes, let's do it.
I'm down.
So we posed a question on our Facebook page about open relationships, right? And the way we posed it, we said, how did we do it? I said, sure, why not, and then hell nah. Hell to the no. And you know what? The sure, why not had 4 votes, and out of the 4 votes, it was 3 women who said, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So 3 women basically said, sure, why not? And that shocked me.
Wow.
That's truly true. Yeah. women 2019 saying let's go with the
Let's
open relationship. I want to call their names. I want to call their names so I could be like, dudes, fellas, these the ones. What? Lock in, bro. And they got like two. Well, they got one in there. I know is a bad. Yeah, there's one in there that's a bad, right? So I'm like, yo, dudes, y'all gotta. And if the one who's a baddie has a man, bro, stay where you at. Yeah, we could go on the We Running page. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So like I said, I want to hear your take on this open relationship. Jamie.
Jamie. So my take on open relationships.
This is your question.
Yeah, you're right. I kind of wanted to pose it to you guys.
Wow.
But you just put me on the spot right now.
Why not? Let me say that.
Why not?
Yeah. What? Yes. Open relationship. We're here for
Somebody's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Because you said why not, I didn't say that.
Okay, so you didn't say that. Okay.
No, I didn't say that. I'm pretty open-minded. If I'm in a relationship and this is what both of us agree upon, right, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I do have my limitations, of course.
So what's a limitation to an open relationship?
Now, well, there are different levels to it, number one. First, it could be, because I was actually just watching there was a clip from the Steve Harvey show, and I can't remember her name. This young woman, she was on there, and she's actually a sex psychologist, if I'm not mistaken, and her take on it is that she does have an open relationship, and she and her partner, they have an agreement where they go out on dates with other people, but they let each other know. They let each other know every step of the way.
Gotcha.
They're not necessarily sexual with that other person, but they go out and meet new people. They're not.
That's a lie.
I'm just going off what she
said. That's a lie.
But they do have.
You are the father.
You are the father.
They do have the relationship where they're able to just go and let each other know, hey, I'm going on a date with this guy. I found him interesting. Just letting you know where we're gonna be, what time, and of course, it was on the Steve Harvey show. So Steve Harvey is old school, and he just couldn't fathom that. No, he could not.
He knew he gonna get stabbed.
Marjorie ain't playing that, right?
Cut his throat.
But for me personally, like I said, I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to.
So you would have an open relationship if it's spoken of. If the parameters are set.
If the parameters are set.
So if one of the parameters is to bust it open, y'all could go.
Wow.
See now? Wait, no, wow. Listen. Like you said, there are limitations. I didn't say I'll go there and be nasty.
So here,
there's fire.
Here, I want everybody to realize what just happened. They cooning. That ain't real. It's fake news.
No.
If they tell you they're down for open relationships, it's a lie.
I disagree.
Because the mere fact that she said,
that's just me though.
And I believe that's how it's going to be with every.
No, I disagree. There are, especially now, there are a lot of people in relationships where it's 3 people in that party, which to me is like an open relationship. Right. They have married couples going out searching for another partner to have a relationship with. That still is an open relationship. It's not just 2. What?
They're doing it in the road. It's not like we're
no, it's they're not. They're the man and the woman. The married couple the married couple are going out there looking for another person to be in a relationship.
Oh, that's what it is.
Some of them start relationships.
That's different.
You can't spice things up with cheating.
When the relationship's about to end, they're trying to save it. That's different.
No.
How can you spice things up with cheating?
That's not cheating. If the other person knows.
So you want to know what I love? You want to know what I love about this so much? That it's not coming from us men. No, it's not coming from us men. This is coming from a female. So that just it shows you where we are in the world today. A female could explain this to us, right? And we as fellas over here like, what the heck is you talking about, sis? You gonna get me shot with this theory. But you know what? I believe that your theory is probably more right than it is more true than it is false. Women are down. They down for the shenanigans.
They probably might not
And then
advertise that.
they might,
but
yeah, they down for it,
I
right?
disagree.
Go ahead. I want to hear this.
I think women who are down for these open relationships, I think they're just mentally, they're just damaged.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
They're damaged.
Whoa.
He said that.
How are
Women,
they damaged?
Shots have been fired.
I think the problem is,
Man down.
the problem is men, women, whatever it may be. So many people have been damaged. So many people have been damaged, and then they hold on to it. They feel they can never find that right partner, and then they're so damaged. They're like, screw it. I'm just gonna go hurt people too. I'm gonna be in all these open relationships as well because they feel they didn't find the right person. Maybe they did find the right person. That right person screwed them over. They're damaged, but hopefully, I don't know, you have to start relationships over from day one, man. Whatever you have in your past, you gotta start over from day one. Who cares what happened before? Of course you learn, you live and you learn, you know the strikes, hey, this happened, hey, I need to fall back, hey, this happened, hey. If somebody starts calling or texting 10, 12 o'clock at night, remember something joking around that one episode, what the cut up for the co-workers.
You're 7 p.m.
It was actually 5.
Yeah.
Sundown.
But yeah, I think that's the problem, man. Women who are involved in this kind of open stuff, you get some put in their women, they must be damaged. I don't know. I'm not saying that's about you at all. I don't think you actually said you want to open relationship.
So you're saying that two people in an open relationship that have come to that agreement are both mentally unstable and damaged.
I wouldn't say they're mentally unstable.
They're emotionally
You're
unstable.
stereotyping. How could you
Being
do that?
sexist against men and women.
They're both damaged
You're
and they
stuck.
don't want marriage. They're afraid of marriage, probably.
They're afraid of commitment. They're afraid of
correct.
full-on commitment.
Correct. Most people
So
are.
I do agree with
They're
that.
afraid of being
So
a
what
big
if-
vagina for the rest of their life.
So what if our traditions from, the African traditions came, which they kind of started.
And they have open relationships.
Hallelujah.
Welcome to the show, Jamie.
Open STD.
Open HIV.
Good luck with that, friend.
Open AIDS.
I'm not down with that.
But if that's how you were raised, then you would have been down with it.
No.
Well,
Yeah,
first
it
of
would have
all,
been a taboo for you to not be down with it.
Listen,
this was before.
listen.
This was before.
Point of view and worldview is such a seriously quintessential part of how we are raised, man. If polygamy was a thing that was a natural course of how we operated in this world, my boy, you had one woman, man would look at you and see you.
Yep.
You're the devil. You're crazy, and that's facts.
Yeah, it would have
So
been taboo to not be
so
down
how
with
is it? So how is it? And I'm not in agreement with polygamy. All right, folks. I'm staying for the record. I'm just saying. Yeah, my hair boy, I get my hair. Oh,
I'm in a committed relationship. I'm engaged.
Right?
I am committed.
I'm committed, right? But again, it boils down to what if this was the flip? So why can it not be? If somebody makes the decision to make it be, say that okay, Jamila is into that. She's cool with it. She wants to set parameters. She finds a guy who's cool with it, and they do it. I don't think that we should look upon them and frown upon them and say, yo, they wild.
Well, I
And that's just the way they operate.
before we were taken from Africa, our homeland.
Oh my
Oh
God.
goodness, why? I just been starting you up all night.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Let me get coffee.
I mean, it's gonna be a long time.
Long night.
I've been watching like who remembers the Shaka Zulu movie, the series. I've been like binging off of the Shaka Zulu. Anybody know Shaka?
Yeah, I know about
Yeah,
Shaka
yeah.
Zulu, but I haven't seen
So
the
like
series.
as you
It's
watch
on
it, you know,
Netflix?
like yeah, it's on Netflix. Check that out. It's old, but it's still dope, right?
Right.
And so I'm watching like how black people were before they were influenced by Europeans.
Capitalism, right.
And the monotheistic religions of Islam and Christianity and all these other things, and we move very different. Like our how we view the husband and wife relationship was different. How we raised children was different, and it wasn't like some crazy thing to have more than one wife. Like when we were at our most peaceful, we governed ourselves, and we did have polygamous societies, you know, and there were also monogamy, but it wasn't like, oh, he got 4 wives, he's a dog.
No, he got 4 wives. He's a king.
Yeah.
He can go get. He know how to kill deer. He know how to.
He knows to feed his
He know how to
family.
feed his
What
family.
we have now is polygamy with open relationships without people knowing they're in open relationship. That's what we have now.
Right.
So we still have the African system here, but it's what is it? What am I trying to say here? We have the African system here, but everybody's just lying.
I think it's
A lot of people are
Yeah,
just lying.
right. Playing the game.
Everybody
Playing
say
the game.
we're all just everybody just one relationship, and then you find out somebody had 10 girlfriends on the side. She had 5 side things
This
and
is
everything.
facts,
Say,
bro.
hey, it looks like
So we might as well just go back to old times for
If
them,
you
for
want
those
to.
people, for
Yeah.
those individuals who are into that.
Yeah.
Not for us people who
well,
are,
we've been thoroughly
you know,
brainwashed by this ideology, and it's mainly Western.
Yeah.
When I've lived in Europe, right? You can't have no 10 wives in Europe back in those days. It was barely enough food for you
That's
and
true.
your family.
Gotcha.
But we come from a part of the world and the
Bountiful.
climate is bountiful. Mango trees,
Everything.
agriculture,
Right.
cows. What cow is going to survive minus 20?
Right.
What mango is going to grow in minus 20?
Right.
Your main thing in those climates is, here's my
Make
wife.
this family small.
We can't have that many kids. 'Cause we have to cut enough firewood to, you know, like that's the we were thinking and back in very different. So
it was free.
you get this conflict because we now have a European mind with also
our
these-
black African DNA.
and some black African mentality mixing and merging. You know, so we have a lot of confusion. You know, so we have to decide. We have to decide.
So are we?
eventually,
So let's
you know?
decide right now. Let's take a vote, right? So let's
Well,
do the
I
voting.
have to say something for the record. There's nothing wrong with having multiple wives. Just to be able to afford to take care of them.
Exactly.
Yes, you can't be
You
broke
can't be
with
broke.
a bunch of women. That's
Correct.
you know, no AC in the car. You know.
And shout out to my guy Whit who's following us on Facebook. But he was like, it's about the financials in 2019. At the end of the day, the reason why women are more okay with the idea of open relationships is like, he paying, he covering the cost.
You got the Learjet.
You got the Learjet, roll it up, let's go. Bring Susie, tell her come.
And you know.
Because Warren Buffett, they signed the Christmas card together. Wife and mistress, they signed it. And they sign them and give them out to everybody.
You know, and also in certain parts of Asia, there's polygamy, but it's mainly female based. Like she'll have 2 or 3 husbands.
John said, her back.
What city is this? What country?
We'll look it up. I'll post it afterwards. But what happens is that
Go do a Google reminder to go to Asia.
the female has the house, right? And then, like, let's say Monday and Tuesday, the first husband will come. He'll stay with his wife, and then he'll go and leave and do other things and hunt or whatever and deal with his business. And then the other
So
husband
Wednesday nigga coming.
and then the Wednesday husband will come, and then and they don't know who's the father of the children. So all the 3 men take care of all the kids.
Whoa!
And the wife.
Bang!
Not about that, right?
Yeah, that
I'm
was.
just saying.
That's
I'm
it.
just
That's
saying.
it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's
So
a little
there's
bit-
polygamy for
Yeah,
that
that's
is on the male side. There's polygamy for the female side. You know?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, that's lit. Like, I don't know if that's my kid. Nah, bro. We ain't having it. That's why age is so crazy, yo. Let me stop. Anyway, let's get into. Well, you know what? I was just about to say they be eating, and now see I'm segue God. Segue God. Right? Would we still eat meat? So this was a good question that was posed by
Yeah, it was a
you.
good.
Would we still eat meat if we saw the animal being slaughtered? I thought it was funny, and I wanted this topic to be spoken about because me and Pete, we went to what you call it last night, to the after party the city territory. I ain't been to none of the parties, so I felt bougie last night. Felt real special. I was in the room, caught up in the room, in his presence,
his aura,
in his aura.
The 40-year vision.
Yeah, the 40-year vision is right there, right? But no, so we started talking about, and this lady's walking across with a lamb chop in her hand, killing it, right? And all I'm saying is, man, no, for real, facts. And I really go to see a lamb being slaughtered. And then I took myself back, me and Charmaine, of course, because Charmaine is from Trinidad. So she's seen every animal die by the hand of man, right? And me, my grandfather's from Tortola. So listen, mutton or nothing. A goat was getting killed every weekend, like literally every weekend a goat was getting killed. So pretty much, I actually think I would have to say yes. I'm gonna still eat meat, bro. I can see being slaughtered, and I'm good. I'll get through it.
I have to disagree, and I'll tell a slight story. We used to have goats in our property. It was my aunt's goats in the same property. And it's probably about 20, 30 goats at one time. You know, eating the grass well, so it was good, you know. Less labor to do. And then I remember one day my uncle was like, hey, you gotta go to a ride to the other property to do some stuff. I said, alright, cool, man, let's go. I think my cousin jumped in the back of the truck, you know, ride. And it was about probably 12, 13 at the time. Oh, man. And we get to the property, there's like a shed set up. I'm like, okay, cool. What's going on here? And I see a goat come up. I said, oh, that's that one goat. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? Next thing you know, about 10, 15 goats pull up. Next thing you know, Slaughterfest. Literally. It was just like one after the other, man.
And if you've ever smelled the scent of killing a goat, like that scent, like that,
the smell of
death from a goat, it's like it's a pungent, but it has it's like an aroma, and it's like distinct. Like I know that if I smelled it, if it happened right around the corner, oh, they kill a goat. I know it immediately.
The smell of blood and guts.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Let's just say, still to this day, I've still never eaten goat before.
You've never had goat?
I've never.
I honestly believe if people, if you wanted to sit, you had to go out and kill a calf or a full-grown cow, shoot it in the head, and then slaughter it, your meat consumption would drop drastically. One, it's difficult to just butcher something like that.
There'd be a bunch of psychopaths running around.
There's already a bunch of psychopaths. We're already in crisis.
I remember when
Maybe we should be killing
I
someone.
don't remember how old I was. I was in my teens though, and we had, back in the day, my mom and stepdad used to throw these like really big parties at the house. And this party, I think it was his retirement party, and we blocked off the street, and I came home. There was this beautiful goat tied up in our yard, like beautiful, just all white and with just like a little patch of brown. And I went inside. I was like, oh, that's a cute goat. Yes. I went inside. I came back out. I'm like, mommy, what a goat. She was like, oh, we took him up by your uncle to get slaughtered. I said, no. And my uncle called, of course. We cutting the goat throat right now. You want to see? You want me to take some pictures? No, I didn't eat goat mutton for like years. It really traumatized me. That was a beautiful goat. They bought it from St. John and everything. I wanted it as a pet. I
was once in Africa, right? And it was for a friend's his daughter's 1 year old, his daughter's first birthday party. And I was coming in and I went to wash my hands in the sink, and there was a goat head right there. And of course they started to go and cooked it, but you know,
the head was still there
to make soup later, soup for later. But I guess they didn't know what to do with it, so they just put it right there. And I was just like, wow, what do I do?
And you seen the flies flying around. Like,
and it's just like, I honestly believe, like, if we had to kill a lot of these, like, and you know, and some of these animals, like, they're just, I don't know, it's brutal the way we kill some of these animals, man. Throwing them in the fire
and that to me is where I couldn't deal with that. So I can't deal with the manufactured slaughter. I could deal with, like, my grandfather and them go said and they kill one. And we butchering. No, I see goat get killed every weekend.
But you have to
price of
kill
it.
Okay,
You have to
okay,
kill it.
okay.
You have to, every time
yeah,
your
yeah.
family wants to eat, you have to go out there
Yeah,
and butcher this goat
I'm a
and then
vegetarian.
cut it up, cut up.
I would agree with that.
I think I'd eat a lot less meat. If every time my family wanted to eat meat,
Me too.
I had to go and kill something and butcher it and
I would
slaughter
never kill it.
Yeah. I would probably just the work. Yeah.
I would never do
Just
that.
the work.
But some people enjoy butchering. Like that's they live for that. You know? So they live for that.
Takes a different individual.
Takes a different individual.
So
like
those,
the stab.
those individuals need to be watched closely.
And then you do hear the goat
Oh,
screaming.
Kicking.
Oh my goodness.
And then they kick, and then they like bring the
audio
horses.
Yeah, I had this one friend, right, from
Y'all gonna love my next one.
Nepal.
Oh, I can see the segue coming.
They were having this celebration for a wedding, and so they were gonna slaughter a pig, you know. And there's a certain, I think, if you ever like, a pig has a very thick hide, it's very thick, and there's a certain way to kill the pig, right? And the pig is very smart, so this pig starts to panic or whatever, and everybody, but there's like a big celebration because they say, yes, we're gonna roast this pig and eat it. So then they spear the pig, and out of nowhere the pig jumps up and busts through the door and runs into the bushes. So all the men have to leave the celebration and now hunt for this pig that's in the middle, is dark in the bushes, and they never found the pig. Probably died somewhere, but all the celebrations,
They're never gonna. Because they didn't get to eat pig.
It's probably their good luck charm. That's probably what it was.
It's only meat. It's a poor country. That's the only meat we need. That was it.
You guys are lit, bro. Alright, so let's get into our last topic, and again, segue on to the rescue. Tom Brady, the GOAT. So yeah, we're talking about goats and killing goats. See how that one more time again, right? Tom Brady is back in the freaking Super Bowl, and I hate it with a passion. But I would say this here for my sports guy. I know you hate it too, right? But we really gotta give this guy he's the guy.
He is the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
Like I don't think there will ever be a quarterback better than him. I can state that and feel comfortable with saying.
I think it's a combination of the coaching as well. Belichick has pretty much been there literally his
Wow,
whole
he's so
career.
correct.
They've had the same ownership, they've had the same coaching.
Had a lot of the same pieces.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think he's only really had one down year. He got injured the first game of the season. Actually, Brady wasn't really. I don't even remember the combine. They showed the picture of him actually running the combine.
He was slow.
Right? He actually runs slow. This to this day.
He still runs slow.
He doesn't need to be athletic to throw the ball, whatever it may be. But it's the whole team, the whole concept is just different. Of course, I'm in the same division as them.
They cheat though.
They do.
Yeah.
But
Let's take
that's
that
the way.
for the
That's the way
you're not trying.
Correct. That's the way sports are.
Oh my God.
You're not trying exactly. But I respect him. I wish they lose this weekend to the Rams. But yeah, he's probably considered it. He's pretty much. It's if you're gonna bet that he's gonna make the playoffs, you might as well bet it.
You're gonna look. Yeah.
It's more odds
winning the
correct.
winning. And again, I wasn't watching football literally for the whole season until playoffs. I literally did not watch it for the whole season until the playoffs. Right? And I did that because of my guy Cap. But you know, some of these games that just happened recently was like so good. I can't even lie. They cheated. To me, they cheated the Saints. The Saints got robbed. Yeah.
I watch football. I do, but
Oh man, highway robbery.
Yeah.
But I cannot